Welcome on in, guys. Tobin here with you. Thanks for checking us on out. Miami Heat, they lose to the Memphis Grizzlies tonight by a final of 105-96. The elusive Hundy still not able to get there for the Miami Heat. It has become like this magic mark they just can't seem to reach. Where do we go from this one? Where do we start? I got to be honest with you. I'm not super devastated. I think as many people would think that I am for the Miami Heat losing 4 straight. Because I do think I saw some good stuff tonight, especially with the debut of Terry Rozier. And I want to get into that because I do think that Terry is going to be a help. I thought that, in some of the spots where he was in there tonight, he made the offense look as fluid and sharing and look like a threat, looked like they had the Grizzlies' head on a swivel at certain points. So I genuinely think he's going to be a big help. I mean, he had that step back three. If he would have hit that 3 tonight, oh man, you are feeling a different type of way with tonight. But it's impossible to ignore the result. And Spo was talking about this a little bit because it's like you don't want to be excited about things because you don't want to lose sight of the fact that you are stinking up the joint right now, because the bottom line of it is they lost to a Grizzlies team today that for all we know could be the Gatlinburg Grizzlies, the G League Grizzlies. Like I didn't hear of 9 of these guys on the roster tonight, and I think I might be being nice when I say that. Like I mean, they are so banged up with the Morant out, Marcus Smart out, Desmond Bane out. They don't have anybody other than Jaren Jackson Jr. Nobody. And they're playing tonight with Scottie Pippen Jr., Vince Williams Jr., and this dude is lighting the Heat's ass up like a Christmas tree. They got a dude out there who's 5'8". It was ridiculous tonight to lose to a team like that. It really, really was. And I don't know who to point the finger at other than your top 3 dogs. And specifically, I think it starts with Jimmy. Jimmy has come back. They're 1-4 with an overtime win since he's come back from his injury, dealing with what. So I don't know if something is lingering for Jimmy and he's playing through it. And that's very, very possible. So I'm going to leave that possibility that Jimmy's playing through something right now. But Jimmy Butler tonight, 1 shot in the 4th quarter, no points. He gives you 15 tonight. And, the Heat are talking about this. Bam's talking about this as they all want to play the right way. Him, Jimmy, and Tyler. I need one of these guys to take over a game. Like, feel a game, feel it out, be selfish, something. One of you, one time. Just have a game where you're feeling it and go the hell after it. It's not like this is leading to like crisp basketball that's like, making things look beautiful. I would be fine one night if I looked at the box score and the Heat went down and, Tyler Hero took 30 shots and just like tried. Just try. Take 30 shots. See what happens. And see what rolls, just to say like, oh, we tried something different instead of this, we're trying to make the right play. And it's like, well, okay, great to try and make the right play. And Bam did make some sweet ass passes tonight. I don't think it's a lack of ever from Bam's part. He goes out there, he puts up 15 and 11. He stunk with the shot tonight. He's 4-13. He couldn't get anything to drop. Obviously had a huge challenge in taking on Jaren Jackson Jr. For the most part, did a great job. Jaren Jackson was 5-21. Bam had 6 blocks tonight. Game starts out with 2 straight on him, defending him straight up. But when you're in this kind of an offensive rut and you can't look to any of those guys to feel like this can bail us out tonight, this can get us going, this could be the hot hand. If you're all just trying to pass it up because you're making the right play and nobody ever wants to put on the cape, and you have to go and get Terry Rozier to go and bail all of this stuff out. And it's no disrespect to Terry Rozier. Thrilled that he's here. Think he's going to be a good help. But you guys are all very accomplished players. 6th man of the year, multiple-time All-Stars, All-NBA player, conference finals MVP. Guys have been to the finals, have been to the conference finals, whether it be as a rookie or, Bam and Jimmy together. And this detriment of playing unselfish basketball to a fault, nobody ever feeling like they got just being the unstoppable force on a given night. And tonight is a night where you're taking on dudes who should be taking on the Sioux Falls Sky Force, and you're trying to say, come on, dude, put your head down and go bully these guys and go get some buckets or go embarrass them. The fact that you have to make the right pass against these people and play the right way against the Grizzlies we've never heard of, who are falling apart and hanging on by a thread, is crazy to me. And this is not something new. It's been a thing. I went over this. I don't know if I did it on this channel, but I went over, Jimmy Butler has never scored 40 in a Heat regular season game. I know how tremendous he is in the playoffs, but for God's sakes, dude, you gotta every once in a while have a guy who's just having in today's NBA. We see these crazy performances, and tonight, Devin Booker in a blowout win scores 46 for the Phoenix Suns. Bam, Jimmy, and Tyler combined for 48 against 9 Grizzlies I've never heard of. What are we doing? And it's just, I don't know. This is an identity of the team. And I honestly got to say to Spo, I don't understand not starting Terry Rozier. I don't get it. Your team has been coming out of the blocks so stale, so lethargic, and this game starts today, and it's just it was 6-3 for what felt like 6 minutes in the game. I was like, what is this basketball that we're watching? What am I watching? That nothing is happening right now. And, Terry Rozier gets in there, and it takes him a while to get his first bucket. But, why? I get it. You're like, oh, you got to fit him in slowly, ease him in. It's why? You're taking on Jaren Jackson Jr. and the Junior Grizzlies. I'm taking on Scottie Pippen Jr. tonight. Why am I easing Terry Rozier into that game? Start it so you can get him ready for tomorrow, which is now today, against the Boston Celtics, an actual challenge, or what you think would be an actual challenge. So I don't get that. I don't understand today. Mixing up the starting lineup. Kyle's gone. You put Jovic to the bench. You put Haywood Highsmith out there because we got to play the right way and make sure Haywood can be out there getting his Euro steps. And you have J-Rich out there, and it's for what? To play him 18 minutes? You clearly don't like him out there that much. So you have this first and third quarter, which are awful. And I mean, not as bad as the second quarter, but you should be blitzing this team, hitting them over the head. And I don't know. It's been a very frustrating time between beating Charlotte, losing Jaime Jaquez that night on D-Wade night, and it's really felt like ever since Jaime Jaquez went out in that first quarter where he scored 15 by himself, it feels like this team can't pee a drop without Jaime Jaquez out there. It's crazy. A rookie going now with a groin injury has seemed to cripple this Heat team this much. And for whatever reason, scientists need to explain this to me. Getting Jimmy Butler back has somehow made the offensive flow so bad on this team between him, Tyler, and Bam that they can't score 100 points in the year 2024. I can't explain it. I don't get it. It's weird. And this whole, I got to play the right way. You got to play the right way. We got to play the right way. Dude, I tell you tomorrow, whenever you guys show up, if somebody goes out there tomorrow, Bam, Jimmy, Tyler, if one of you guys goes out there and shoots the ball 30 times, I will be thrilled. At least one of you tried to not play the right way. And you tried to, like Tyler, you're sitting here and you have this big season where you're like, you know that there's, a lot on the line. You want to prove yourself. I'm going to up my scoring, all that. Dude, then go out there and jack up a bunch of shots and let's see you put up one of these monster nights. Jimmy Butler, seemingly still in cruise control, is like, tonight, 4-10, whatevs. It's like, what do I get, 15 tonight? That's nice. It's like, Jimmy Butler's like, what was that night? 15 points? Great. That's solid. And then Bam's like trying. He just can't get his shots to drop tonight. He's like, I'll guard Darren Jackson. I'm like, jumping. I'm trying to get things going. I can't even connect on lobs tonight. It's just, it's so beyond frustrating, dude. Beyond frustrating. That fourth quarter. The fourth quarter, man, if Terry Rozier, now, let's get to the good of it, which is Scary Terry. I like a lot what he brought, man. I did. I know not, you look at him, because you want to know why? Because he tried to just be a basketball player, and he didn't freeze up deer in headlights. There were a couple times where, like, he didn't know where his teammates are, and the pass was too hot, or maybe he made an extra. Maybe it was just clearly a case of just timing, and I've met these guys for 3 seconds. But in the just natural flow of it, dude just hooped. And, him and Bam on the pick and roll, him and Tyler seemingly finding each other on a good rhythm. He was just very unselfish. You want to talk about playing the right way? He just let the game come to him tonight. 9 points, 5 assists. 5 assists tonight, just finding his teammates in the flow. He wasn't forcing ugly passes. It's just, I'm here. Here's another guy. Boop. There's the other play. Right to you. Hand off Tyler. Bink. Oh, kick to a shooter. Boop. There we go. See, he wasn't overthinking. Did nail some shots, but that's okay. That's okay. He just looked like he played a normal basketball game where he wasn't like playing hot potato out there. It was, man. So I think he's going to do a lot of good stuff, man. I really do. I think Terry Rozier is going to bring something to this team. Man, if he would have hit that shot, the place would have gone absolutely bananas. The building was thirsting for it, dude. I mean, you got Tyler Hero hitting that late 3, brings the Heat to within 2, and they get that one stop with Rozier going for the lead. Place would have gone bananas. Jimmy also took a hit to the face too. Nose was bleeding. Nothing happened. Crazy. So, but I think Terry Rozier, I liked a lot of what he brought, man. He really seemed to me like a guy who is going to fit in naturally. I didn't feel like he was forcing things. I think, if anything, guys were trying to force things to him. And they're like, Terry, bail us out, please. He goes, are you sure? Yeah, you just got here. We don't want to do it. Bam, Jimmy, we don't want to do it. You do it, Terry. It's like he'd have to go get a guy to please take over because we don't want to. I know we're the stars. I know we all make $30 gazillion, but Terry, please, you take over. You do it. Lord knows Kyle wouldn't do it. We had to kick Kyle out of here because he wouldn't do it. You do it. One of you guys, like one of the 3 stars of the team, for God's sakes, just have a selfish friggin' game and try and will your team for the entirety of you being out there instead of all these hunky, clunky, dipsy-do passes that you guys are making nonstop against G.G. Jackson. You're telling me they have a Jaren Jackson Jr. and they found a G.G. Jackson? That's a real thing? Kicked our ass tonight. 4-6 from downtown G.G. Jackson. Vince Williams Jr. Sound like somebody you make up in NBA 2K. 5-6 from downtown. Miami Heat tonight. Can't be a drop. Duncan Robinson, 105 from downtown. Although he did hit a big one. Man. And knowing this team, they're going to come in. Dude, I'm telling you right now. Come here and spam my comments if you want to. That's fine. I never, if not barely, read them. I will tell you right now, I bet your ass they go and kick the Celtics' ass later tonight. I bet you they do. Because that's just that is their personality. That's the thing with a Jimmy Bam Tyler team in the regular season. It's like, we're going to do something that just shows you we're good enough, but we're going to frustrate the holy hell out of you when we take on the Hornets or the Wizards or the Grizzlies missing somebody or the Raptors missing everybody or whatever's the thing that's going to just drive you bananas. We'll lose that game in very frustrating fashion. Sometimes we'll show up. If it's a matinee game against the Magic, we're going to be lethargic and just chuck up threes. But so Celtics, Suns, showcase game. I bet you get Jimmy Butler's best effort tomorrow or later tonight. And I bet you that he beat the Celtics. I bet you they do. I bet you they do that because that's just what they do. And you'll just be like, meh, what can I do? And that's what lures me back in. That's why I am Wile E. Coyote. Meep, meep.